Hey guys, so we're just gonna have some astro talk. Cusps and degrees and stelliums and the north node and south node. Like I've heard people say, so we'll talk about cusps. Oh, I'm right on the cusp. I'm a cusper. I'm on the cusp. So I'm both. I'm both signs. And that's not true. You're not both signs. This person is 29 degrees Cancer, okay? And the signs have 30 degrees and it goes from 0 to 29. So that's the last degree. So this person is about to be a Leo, it's about to turn into Leo. But this person is still a Cancer. They still shine that protective and nurturing energy. Where could Leo play out? In the eighth house cusp. Leo's there, and that could play out with rulers and aspects and blah blah blah. But the sun is 29 degrees Cancer, okay? They are a Cancer. Or like for example, this moon, it's 1 degree Aquarius. I'm gonna really have qualities of Capricorn. 29 degree Capricorn. It's Aquarius now. It's 1 degree Aquarius. And I kind of look at the degrees as like the maturity of the signs. 29 degrees is like the OG old man. It's been through it all. It's been through it all. It knows. 29 degree Cancer, it's been through it emotionally, especially when you have on the sun 29 degree Cancer. And then when you have something in 1 degree, like here, 1 degree Aquarius, 1 degree is the beginning, right? The beginning is like new. It's like a kid. It's like experiencing life, right? You're looking ahead. You're occupied with what you need to learn, like in order to, to advance degree wise. And then people look at those points as like critical points, or having 29 degrees is bad. It's unstable. The reason why it could be unstable, you feel stuck. You don't know what to expect. And that can either lead to confusion or taking charge of your moment. Let's say like an old person, you've been through it all. You have all the wisdom. And what are you looking forward to? Death, transformation, and going into the next phase or the next sign here, and you look forward to it, but you don't know what to expect. So that's why it can be unstable. But it's also very experienced. 29 degrees, it's very experienced as well. And that's why being on the last degree can be a little like if some people say it's bad, I wouldn't say it's bad, but you definitely, when you're in the 29th degree, that sign has definitely experienced everything. Okay, so it's gone through some shit, let's say. When you don't know your exact time, fine, you it's okay to, I guess, bring up both of the energies, because we don't really know the exact time. But when it comes to whatever planet, whatever degree it's in, whatever sign it's in, that's it. You're not going to be both. There's ways that the next sign can come into play. 29 degrees, then it's the next sign. That's like the energy. But there's no, oh, I'm both. No. 0 degrees is the most pure state. 29 degrees is take that purity and make it go through life. And that's the end. These words, I feel like some people who don't know astrology really, they take these words like cusps and make it into something bigger, or like it's something that's supposed to be cool or good luck. Every aspect, every sign, every planet is the same. There's a negative and positive equally with everything, I like to say. Even squares can be positive. Now, what's a stellium, right? It's when you have a bunch of planets together somewhere in the chart. And it has to be at least like 3 or more planets. There's 3 planets here. Let me pull up a good stellium chart. Yeah. Like, so all the energies in one area of the chart, right? To me, I think stelliums makes reading the chart easier, right? Because it's all in one kind of area. But it doesn't mean it's that simple either. Like, obviously everything's like in the first house here. It'll make the sign in that house more prominent, like lots of Pisces energy and Aquarius energy here. So of course that sign in that house is going to be more prominent, more dominant, but it's not the only sign you express or house, you know. Even with these empty, it's not the only thing. There's layers to it. You know, there's aspects and house rulers and placements when you know the astrology. People will say, oh, can't stelliums only be good luck or blessings? It's not uncommon for the planets or aspects to overpower each other. It depends. It depends on how the person decides to play out the energy. Or like the north nodes and south node. Those are very important. Like, those are important, right? People will say, oh, I have a planet conjunct my north node. That's good luck. Or I have a planet conjunct my south node. That's good luck. Sure, it can be, you know. Like, let's say, so a planet conjunct the south node. If a planet's conjunct the south node, it means that that planet, that like energy, you've developed it in the past life. You've dealt with it before. You've probably mastered it. It's like you've dealt with that energy, that planet before, whatever planet's conjuncting your south node. And that can bring like a talent into this lifetime, right? Because you've dealt with it. But it can also become kind of automatic or compulsive. The planet that's conjunct our south node, we don't really, like, we know its influence, especially when you get a birth chart read, but not really. Like, its influence is outside of our awareness. It dominates us somehow internally. The planet conjunct the south node. But yeah, we could be rigid, we could be non-adaptive because we want to stick to our old ways with that planet. But it's also a talent that we can bring with us and use. It's also a nice tool that we can use. Or having a planet conjunct our north node. That's equally important. You know, oh, I have a planet conjunct my north node. That's good luck. It can be. It doesn't ensure that you're going to be using your north node right or constructively, or maybe you can become easily attuned to the superficial dimensions of the planet that's conjunct the north node or the signs in the house, rather than cultivating deeper meaning, which is what you're supposed to do with the north node. You're supposed to learn something, some deep meaning. It's something new. So whatever planet is conjunct your north node, you're just supposed to use that planet to that means that your soul wants you to develop that planet even more. And when you do use that planet correctly, it definitely helps your life path. You get rewarded more. That planet's like a tool. And you use it for deeper meaning and to evolve your soul. Yeah, that's what I think about that stuff, you know. And I'm not trying to say, oh, no birth chart is special or no aspect is special. I guess what I'm trying to say here is everything is equal. And of course, everybody's going to have their little things that stand out that are special, because not everybody can be everything. Everyone has their own energy. And it's the signs, the houses, they all have a positive and negative equally. The planets are all the same to me. They're equal. Not one is better than the other. And they all contribute in some way to this universal energy, the signs in the houses. Equally have negative qualities about them and positive qualities. And that's why I love astrology, and that's why I think it's cool to do your birth chart, because you can see kind of what you're working with, your soul map. And it's nice to see your negatives too, because you can flip it into positives. Or it's nice to see the positives or easy aspects that you have in your chart, because then you can say, yes, that's one of my gifts. That's true. And the signs too, when people talk about the signs, they take it so personal. The signs are just, everything is just energies. The signs are energies. When I'm talking about Capricorn, I'm not just talking about the sun sign Capricorn. I'm talking about the energy Capricorn. Signs are like how things are expressed. The planets they're like multi-dimensional. They're kind of like beings that express different dimensions of energy. So it's like the what energy, planets, right? Planets are the what energy. So what, how, the signs, so how things are expressed. And then the houses are areas of life, things that humans kind of go through and experience. You know, the first house is the self. We all have a self. The second house, and this is just base keywords, right? But the second house is money or value or worth. Everyone has something they value. Like these houses right here, they're empty, for example. It doesn't mean that these houses don't mean anything to this person. Everybody has a third house. Everyone has a communication, neighbors. Fourth house is like your home. Everybody came from somewhere, you know? And then you have the aspects. So all the houses will have their day. The moon could be transiting in the third today, or and everybody has every single sign in their chart. We all have every sign in us.